I am out for a hike on the Rockburn Trail from Rockburn Park. We're on the southern side, not too far out from Patapsco State Park in Maryland. So it feels like a wintry day. Checking it out. It's a good day to be out for a hike. Obviously, we're not too far from a road right here. We had been walking a little bit more deeply, it seemed, in the woods. We drove to the back of the park and parked to get out to start hiking. Haven't seen too many other people out hiking, but I don't know that most people would consider this ideal weather for hiking. We've had some rain, mix coming down. It's pretty chilly. We're at a high of 42 today here, so without the sun it does feel chilly, but we're grateful to be out on a hike. I'm still trying to overcome this whatever sickness I got more than 3 weeks ago. I still try to power through it, so we're making the best of it and doing what we can, getting out. Yesterday we did a short hike near the Magothy River in the Edgewater area. No, not Edgewater, Pasadena area. So it was quite flat. It's very much like wetlands, marshlands over there, right near the river, ready to soak in and absorb all that extra water from the shore. But it's a good day, not buggy with it being cold, so I wouldn't usually choose those kinds of areas to hike, simply because of the number of mosquitoes and such out there. But it was a great little hike out there, and we're checking this area out today. Caden spent the day with Grandma and Grandpa doing all the fun Christmassy things and catching up on fishing stuff with Grandpa, so that was good. We came back to a house smelling definitely of Christmas cookies, so it was fun to come back to. All out today. One of the awesome things I think has come from this year of 100 hikes has been placing priorities on things that are important that often get overlooked, myself included. So recognizing that others respect me and my interests allows me to see a little more value in myself. I think that's really important for all of us. So my parents this morning were, what are you gonna do today? And they were glad to know that I was gonna get out and get a little hike in, since they know that it does so much for my heart and mind and soul, and even physically. I'm physically drained and don't feel well, but it is in a way rejuvenating and refreshing to get out and put a few miles in on the trail. So I think sometimes it can be really hard to value yourself and put yourself first, or even love yourself above the other people in your life. When I find when others are doing that, it's easier for me to do it for myself. It's very easy for me to put others first and want to show them how much they're cared for. So I appreciate when they're doing it for me, so I can place some of that value on myself anyway. One of my cousins that I got to see the other day was talking about going into a season of kind of discovering her own interests and figuring things out for herself, as I've been doing. It's quite a journey, but I think it's so important for each of us to do that, especially as we go through all the different phases of life, varying relationships and ebbs and flows with careers or jobs or whatever we have going on. Things are constantly changing, and we are too. We're always growing, and some of those hobbies or interests we once had may need to come back into our lives, or they were just for that season, but we have to figure it out each stage of the way. We have a few little birds out here chirping today. So we crossed over the road and left Rockburn Branch Park and walked into Patapsco State Park. So pretty cool to have options to connect so many things. We decided we were going out for a hike today without a particular destination or trail in mind, so we're kind of just seeing where the trails take us today, doing some exploring. But it's nice, there are some parking areas outside the state park where you can walk into it. We just passed one, or parking at other parking areas like the park where we parked. Then you're not having to, there's some old machine, not having to pay for entrance into the state park. I fully support the parks raising the money they need to, but it is nice to not always have to pay, especially if you're not walking in that particular area. It's interesting that so many of these trees grow in pairs. Can't even tell exactly what tree it is right now, but many of these are growing with two together. It's pretty neat. Looks like somebody standing on their head or hands with their legs up in the air. Two legs coming up. Very much a horseshoe bend in the water down there. Oh, that got broken off. That is solid. Some kind of fungus. It's always a good day to get out and explore something, so I hope you do. I'll see you next time on the trail with Heart.